My name's Megan, and this happened during my second year of college. I worked as an RA, a resident advisor, in one of the older dorm buildings on campus. The kind with creaky floors, yellow hallway lights, and doors that never quite shut right unless you slam them. The job wasn't glamorous, but it covered most of my housing fees, and I actually liked helping freshmen settle in. Most nights were quiet. I'd stay up studying or watching YouTube in my small room at the end of the hall, near the emergency exit. But that changed after winter break. When everyone came back, I noticed a new student on my floor, a guy named Evan. He was polite, but there was something off about him. He avoided eye contact when people spoke to him, but I'd sometimes catch him standing still in the hallway long after everyone else had gone inside, just staring at the bulletin board or one of the exit signs. At first, I figured he was just shy. You meet all kinds of people in dorm life, but then the weird things started. Late one night, I was in bed reading when I heard slow, steady footsteps in the hallway. They stopped right outside my door. A moment later, there was a faint scraping, like someone running a key along the metal edge of my lock. I sat up, holding my breath. After maybe 10 seconds, the sound stopped. Then, nothing. No footsteps walking away, no door closing, just silence. The next morning, I asked a couple of students if they'd been up late, but no one had heard anything. The security cameras in our hallway were old and didn't record audio, just low-frame black and white footage. When I checked with the front desk, the feed for our floor had glitched that night and didn't save. That was when the unease really started to set in. A few days later, around midnight, I went to take out some trash to the chute near the stairwell. When I came back, I noticed something odd on my doorknob. A small folded piece of paper tucked under the handle. It just said, "Nice room." That's it. No signature, no handwriting I recognized. I tried to laugh it off, but I couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been watching me. For the next week, I made sure to lock my door every time I went inside. But one morning when I woke up, the deadbolt was unlocked. I could have sworn I'd locked it the night before. Then came the sounds. Scratching, soft tapping, sometimes whisper quiet, sometimes louder. Always from the wall behind my bed, the one I shared with Evan's room. One night the tapping turned into something heavier. 3 loud thuds, evenly spaced. Then a pause, then 3 more. It was like he was trying to get a reaction out of me. I remember sitting there in the dark, every muscle tensed, my heart pounding in my ears. I texted campus security, but by the time they showed up, everything was quiet again. When they knocked on Evan's door, there was no answer. They said they'd follow up in the morning. That night, I barely slept. The next day, I decided to stop by his room myself, not to confront him, just to see if maybe I was imagining things. When I got there, his door was slightly open. Inside, the room looked empty. No bedding, no clothes, nothing personal. Just a single chair pushed up against the wall, the same wall that connected to my bed. Later that afternoon, I went to the dorm office to ask about him. That's when they told me the unsettling part. Evan had officially moved out 2 weeks earlier. No one had reassigned the room yet. Whoever had been living there, whoever had been knocking on my wall, wasn't supposed to be in that building at all. Security did another sweep and found that the window in his room had been pried open from the outside. A small ladder was hidden behind the dumpster below. The next night, I moved to another dorm building across campus. I didn't argue or ask for details. I just wanted to get away. For weeks, I jumped at every small noise in my new room. And even now, years later, if I ever hear slow, deliberate tapping through a wall, I still freeze because I can't stop thinking about that empty room and the chair pressed up against the wall, facing mine.